Hello, I'm Archibald Chesterfield III and welcome to the program. I'm doing some paid reviews for my good friend Scott Schroeder, and he's paid me a lot of money to review some stuff. His third question in this series is, if you had a direct line to the Rolex CEO, what advice, concerns would you give? Look, what I would say is, you know, this Rolex CEO is very unlikely to talk to me, Scotty. But look, if I could have his ear there, I would tell him to slow down, concentrate on keeping the brands, the watches iconic. Don't have a revolution. It's a slow evolution. And I got to tell you, I would say to him, look, I really don't like the way the new Submariner has gotten fat. It's gotten fat. They've, you know, it may be 40 mil, but it's gotten fat. Don't like the ceramic, well, the ceramic bezel, okay. And it looks like the indices have put on weight. It's for rich, blind, old, white people to read. So I would say try and stop that. Don't keep doing that. My advice would also be to do what Patek does. Service any Rolex. I mean, just because you say, hey, I can service any Rolex doesn't mean it needs to be cheap. You charge the fuckers a fortune. And Rolex should really offer a service on any of its watches. That's something that I would like to see them do. What I'd also love Rolex to do, instead of bringing out these stupid, you know, like the green Submariner bezel and shit like that, I would love them. I would love Rolex to bring out some limited edition reissues. And what I mean by that is, let's look at a Rolex classic no-date sub. Let's go back to the roots and bring out a 5508, a no crown guard Submariner. I would love to see Rolex bring out a limited edition of pieces from the past. No crown guard Submariner, no crown guards GMT, the 6542. Maybe a plastic Daytona. Bring them out, and I reckon that'd be a really cool limited edition. The other thing is, I mean, you could put in the modern equivalent movement, or you could recreate the traditional movement. I reckon that'd be that would be a huge success. That's what I'd like to see them reissue. The original sub, original GMT, original Explorer 1, original Explorer 2, the Daytona. I reckon that'd be really fucking cool. Really cool. The reissue of older type watches. That's a very innovative idea. What else would I say to the CEO? Put some fucking advertising on the ArchieLuxury channel. I don't see that happening. What else could I say? I think Rolex should engage more with its buyers. I mean, I bought a Rolex years ago new, my 1016 Explorer 1. I never received a magazine or a birthday card. Nothing. Fucking nothing. I reckon you should engage more like Patek does. What else would I say? I think also you should bring out a line of accessories like Submariner cufflinks in steel. So they're, you know, I reckon that'd be a really cool thing to do there. What else would I say? Geez, this is a... Yeah, that's basically it. That's basically what I would say there. So, yeah, don't Not so happy with the way these watches have put on weight. But I would say bring out a reissue of vintage classics. I reckon that would fucking be gorgeous. And even if you just released one a year, that'd be a real killer. So there you go. That's that one answered. And Scott was also asking part B. Are there any watches in the Rolex, the current Rolex sports range, that you'd like to see redesigned or cut altogether? Interesting. Look, I gotta say, I like them. I like them a lot. Anything cut from the sports range? No, I'd have to say no. I quite like the Rolex sports range. I mean, this is a really clever marketer, the way they've developed the sports range. Very clever. Nothing I want to cut there. Maybe bring him back to the original more. You know, I don't like how they've put weight on them and things like that. But no, nothing I would cut. I actually like the Rolex lineup there of sports watches. So there we go. That's another question for Scott Schroeder. You can thank him. Scott Schroeder, really good guy. He's paid me a lot of money to answer these questions. I'm Archibald Chesterfield III. Tell me what you nasty, vicious fuckers think of that. Nice one, Arch. Great vid.
We specialize here in pre-owned Rolex watches. Rolex watch is a very special timepiece, and we always do the servicing exactly as factory specifications. We buy a pre-owned piece and we put it into brand new condition. We have Rolex certified technicians working on that. We completely disassemble the piece. We adjust and polish and change every single part of the watch.
You have to have certified watchmakers that know what they're doing. If you have an expensive car, you're just not going to bring it to any mechanic that doesn't know what they're doing.
You spend $5,000, it's like if you put money in the safe deposit box. And 1 or 2 years from now, you will keep having your $5,000. We have to spend a lot of money to get all this equipment together, but makes me feel I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. It's not a question of money, it's my passion.
Jewelers on time, simply the best.